You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I've got your full roster of weekly spoilers for Monday, April 14th, all the way through Friday, April 18th. We're going to talk about Brooke getting aggressive, and this time it's not about Ridge, actually, and Finn having some regrets about something very important. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's dive into the good stuff happening next week on Bold. Monday, April 14th is season 38, episode 144. Sheila pushes Poppy too far, which is an interesting spoiler because I think it's actually the other way around. I do think Sheila pushes back, but I think Poppy is the one playing with fire. So things get really messy. Sheila is calling Poppy a slut, and Poppy is clapping back saying she's heard all about her, and Sheila is saying have some dessert and is doing a food fight thing, cramming food into her face. And I don't know what Poppy is thinking, tangling with Sheila like this. If she's heard all about her, then she should know that she is an actual killer. Poppy is a stoner who sleeps around. Sheila is a legit homicidal maniac. Maybe Poppy had one of her magic mints, and that's why she thinks that she can tangle with Sheila. It's not a good idea. Also on Monday, we're going to pick back up with Luna in her ridiculous disguise with the Mario mustache. She approaches Will after Elektra leaves the office and offers him something hot and spicy and tells him it's just what he ordered. And of course, just as Luna shows up, Will was all hot and bothered because he's, wanting to get in Electra's pants and she's not ready. And he keeps saying he's patient, but then he keeps not being patient. He was trying to talk her into Netflix and chill, and she's not having it. Also on Monday, Carter assures Brooke that they're going to get back their soulmates, the loves of their lives, Hope and Ridge. This is pretty much the same dialogue they did on Friday. You guys know how Bold likes to repeat stuff. Tuesday, April 15th is season 38, episode 145. Will and Luna have more scenes, and he finally gets her to go away, but of course it's not going to be for good. And as Will is trying to get her to go, Luna looks like she's digging into the Brooks bedroom inventory. She's either putting on some lingerie for him or revealing whatever she has under that terrible outfit that she's in. She is trying to tempt him, but will in fact resist and tell her that he doesn't want her. And Luna's going to leave, but no, she's not going to give up. Meanwhile, Elektra is talking to Ivy about her situation with Will. She is really not ready to get intimate, which is absolutely something that Elektra should be able to say to her boyfriend, but she's also afraid to lose Will. He's a young guy, he's hormonal, it's not okay, but if he isn't willing to wait, then he should walk away because it's not fair to put pressure on her. Meanwhile, Brooke completely loses it when she overhears Daphne begging Carter not to go back to Hope. Brooke is going to get a little aggressive on Hope's behalf, but the thing is, her daughter's the one who walked away from Carter, and she said she's done with him. She told Brooke she's done with him, so I don't know why Brooke is fighting for something that Hope doesn't even want, And of course, she doesn't know that Hope is already thinking about Liam again. Moving on to Wednesday, April 16th, episode 146 of season 38. We have got Liam surprised when there's a new doctor added to his case. He's already got Dr. Grace Buckingham working on the case, even though she is a cardiologist, and they're bringing in Dr. Bridget Forrester. And I don't know if it's on Wednesday, but it is at some point this week where Finn has a meeting with the other two doctors, with Bridget and Grace, and Finn's talking about that Liam is lucky to be alive, of course, because Steffi found him and got him to the hospital in time. And Grace and Bridget shock Finn, and they tell him that this condition that Liam has is inoperable, as in fatal and not fixable. So that's going to be a big, groundbreaking, earth-shattering thing. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, Luna assures her grandma Sheila that she is not going to give up on getting Will. And of course, Sheila is giving her granddaughter advice to get him to think with his other head and telling her to use sex as a weapon. And again, I said this before, but it's terrible advice for a grandma to give her granddaughter. But then again, Nine-Toed Sheila is a total psycho. We're also going to have Deacon giving Hope some advice that's based on her past relationships. And already he has been advocating for her to forget Carter and to reconsider going after Liam. Obviously, Thomas is off the table for right now. He is out of the country. Interestingly enough, he is still in the closing credits along with Joshua Hoffman, who plays R.J. Forrester, even though we haven't seen them in forever. It doesn't make any sense. Thursday, April 17th is episode 147 of the current season. And we have Lee Finnegan reminding her son Finn he has to stay away from Luna no matter what, which means that Finn is probably not going to stay away from Luna. And part of it is he feels a lot of guilt, and he feels like she might not have turned out murderous if Poppy had given the chance to be in her life. And the other part is just a dad wanting to know his daughter. But at the same time, you know, it is fair that Steffi doesn't want Luna in their lives. I understand her ultimatum, but you also understand Finn's urge as a father to know his daughter. So this is very, very tricky for him. And also, Steffi and Liam talk about the joy they have at being Kelly's parents. So I'm interested to see at this point, I think Liam by then will know that his condition seems to be fatal. And I think he's in the mindset of wanting to make the most of the time he has left, which leads us into the spoilers for Friday, April 18th, season 38, episode 148. So Kelly is telling her mom, Steffi, that more than anything, she wants Liam to be at her daddy-daughter dance. But Steffi has to tell Kelly that Liam may not be able to be there on her big night. But of course, Liam doesn't want Kelly to know that he has this head injury, and now apparently everything is fatal. Meanwhile, Liam is determined to be there to take Kelly to her dance, but his doctors, Bridget and Grace, both object to it and think it's a terrible idea, and he is going to wind up doing more damage. But I think in Liam's mind, if he has this fatal diagnosis anyway, you know, this is a bucket list thing. He should live what life he has left on his own terms. So, you know, I understand his thinking, but it could turn really bad if he does go to that dance.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.